What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Kid Taj, and today I have another opinionated NBA video for you guys. NBA talk, NBA news. I like doing this stuff. It's gonna keep coming until NBA 2K17. I'm telling you, I don't have a lot of stuff to do, and if y'all want to see certain things right now, leave a comment, please, letting me know what y'all want to see, and I will get to that immediately. But for now, we're gonna be doing this in this video. You read the title. Now, look. I'm just doing trending topics, and since Steph Curry is one of the most talked about players in the NBA right now, I felt like it would be very timely, maybe a little late. I mean, after he lost the finals was the last time he was really relevant, but people are talking about who's the best point guard in the NBA ever since KD left for Golden State. Now that Westbrook's all by himself, what are we going to see next season? And I'm here to give my opinion, and this is not the right or wrong answer to this question. I'm not telling y'all to believe what I believe. I'm just weighing in on this topic. Who is the best point guard in the NBA? Now, let's start by saying that a lot of people have a lot of opinions. Like, there are a lot of good answers for this. Some people will say Steph Curry. A lot of Warriors fans will obviously say Steph Curry. And I mean, what do you think? Steph Curry is a great scorer, and he scores at a very high clip. He averaged 30 points per game last year on very efficient shooting percentages, and that's really the one thing that he does better than anyone that we've seen in recent memory. He's just an amazing shooter, and I mean a volume shooter. He's the best volume three-point shooter of all time already, and he's, only 27, 28 years old, and he's still got years left in his career to be great. He's already hit 400 threes in a season. He's already done this record, that record. You know what he's doing. He's breaking history. But when you think about the flaws of Steph Curry, it's a little more controversial, because Steph Curry, we know he's great at shooting, but in the NBA Finals, he really didn't step up. He really didn't let himself be known as a truly great player in crunch time. And y'all know what I'm talking about if you watch the finals. Steph Curry, he didn't step up in those final minutes. He didn't make the big shots. He didn't come in the clutch. I mean, it's a huge deal. And he wasn't really coming in the clutch throughout the playoffs. I mean, it's not like he was playing exceptional game after game after game throughout the playoffs. Steph Curry was injured? Maybe? The details aren't very clear. Obviously, he was dealing with a couple of ailments, but I'm not going to say that they were legitimate injuries that would have had him out. I don't know how much of an effect they did have or should have had on him. He could have just been rattled by the pressure, or he was legitimately dealing with injuries that were not helping him in terms of shooting the ball or getting good speed, getting his dribble moves down, stuff like that. Injuries can affect every part of your game, believe it or not. So I don't know really where that stands, because obviously he was dealing with something. How significant it was is the question. The point is, and the facts are, that he led his team and he wasn't good enough. He led a 73-9 team, a team with that much talent, to a 3-1 NBA Finals loss. That's just the reality of what happened. So that's obviously going to take away from him. Now, we talk about Steph Curry. Let's talk about Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook is another guy some people think will be the best point guard in the NBA, just because he loves the game more than maybe any player in the NBA. I mean, seriously, do you see how much passion this guy comes out and plays with? I mean, he's unbelievable. The guy doesn't care about anything except winning. That's all. I mean, he really does it all. There is no point guard in the NBA as explosive, as athletic, probably as strong, as versatile as Russell Westbrook. I mean, he really is the best all-around point guard in the NBA. What do you see? Do you see Damian Lillard and Kyrie Irving putting up triple-doubles and triple-doubles and triple-doubles? I mean, look, I'm not asking them to, and I'm not criticizing them for not doing that. And if you don't put up triple-doubles every night, or a lot of nights, it doesn't make you a bad player. I mean, come on, Steph Curry, what do you have, 1 or 2 triple-doubles? It doesn't make him worse than Russell Westbrook. I'm not saying that he's better, but I'm not saying he's worse either just because of that. I mean, Russell Westbrook can get a lot of triple-doubles, but it doesn't make him the greatest. His statistical numbers, I mean, you really can't say anything bad about those. I mean, what he does on the court and numbers-wise is just unbelievable. And, when you're watching him play, you see, wow, this guy's playing with so much heart. he really does love this game, and he's a great player too. He's good on both sides of the ball, especially offensive, more offensive. Defense, he could be an elite defensive player, but he gambles too much on that side of the ball. But on the offensive end, I mean, he scores from everywhere pretty much, except he's not a very consistent jump shooter, especially from behind that three-point line, but he's so explosive attacking the rim, and he's a great penetrator and playmaker. I mean, he does a lot for his team. He's an exceptional rebounder, best point guard rebounder I've ever seen, ever. I mean, that's just facts, I think. I mean, he's in a league of his own there. How about another option? Chris Paul. Some people think Chris Paul is the best point guard in the NBA. Best leader in the NBA. Maybe. I don't know if I could say he's the best leader, you know, if LeBron's still in the league, but he's such a good floor general and ball handler. I mean, the guy doesn't make mistakes. He commits two turnovers a game. What, for his career? I mean, he is so secure with the ball in his hands. I mean, that's the number one guy. If you don't want the ball turned over, you give it to Chris Paul. He's so good at making things happen. His assist turnover ratio is the best in the league by far. It's not even a competition. There's just no one even close to on his level at that. I think he's the best ball handler in the NBA in terms of not really moves, because he's not as flashy as a guy like Kyrie Irving or Derrick Rose, but I mean, he still is a great ball handler. He doesn't turn the ball over like that, and I think that should be acknowledged. I mean, it's not like he's going up doing all these fancy moves, but he's still getting the shit done, right? He gets 20 points and 10 assists a game. I mean, what else do you want? I mean, he's not going to go out there and drop 30 like like Steph Curry and get a triple-double like Russell Westbrook, but he's going to get the job done. And he's a great leader. He doesn't screw around with anything else, with any of the stats, with any of the... I mean, he plays defense. In my opinion, he's the best defensive point guard in the NBA. I mean, that's just what I think when watching him. I mean, he is just... Wow. I mean, he's just so invested in winning the ball game, and that's really why I think that he's in that conversation for sure. Now, how about the last one? People think that Kyrie Irving is the best point guard in the NBA. Now, this is very interesting because Kyrie Irving is a one-dimensional player. I mean, he really is, and maybe we don't have to be all around to be great players, right? I mean, he won a championship. He has something that Chris Paul and Russell Westbrook and Damian Lillard don't have, and that's an NBA championship. Yes, obviously, he had LeBron on his team. That makes it a hell of a lot easier, but the guy's a winner. You can't say he didn't show up in the clutch. You can't say he didn't outplay Steph Curry in the NBA Finals. I mean, he was dropping bombs better than Steph Curry was, and that's the thing Steph Curry's supposed to do. And obviously, Kyrie's a scorer, so he's supposed to be doing that kind of stuff. But, I mean, seriously, this guy loves the big moment more than Steph Curry does. I mean, he really showed up. I mean, I can't even understand how I was watching Game 7, and I was just like, what the fuck? How is he hitting all these shots? Like, you expect him to miss a couple, right? But he was just nailing contested shot after shot in the NBA Finals. It was unbelievable to watch him, and that obviously he's good for scoring, but the reason why Kyrie's not the best point guard in the NBA is just because he's not good enough at any other facet of the game to compete with a guy like Steph Curry or Chris Paul. Yes, I mean, I would say Kyrie Irving is a top 5 point guard in the NBA, and I think he's elite. He's an elite player in the NBA, but he's not the best. You can't be the best point guard with such below average playmaking skills. I mean, he just doesn't make... Sorry, not below average, but below elite playmaking skills. He doesn't make plays for guys like a Chris Paul, like a Russell Westbrook, so I can't put him up in that top tier category. He's not a rebounder, he's not a defensive player, he doesn't really do anything else than shoot and score, which is great because he wins ball games like that, so it's okay. So he's a top 5 point guard, maybe a little higher than that, but he's not the best. Who would I say is the best? That's what this video is about. Well, I'm gonna go right now with Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry, Russell Westbrook is just, he's so close. He's so close, but until Russell Westbrook shows me something this season, and I know that he's capable, until Russell Westbrook can go off and dominate a game, and show me that he can win without Kevin Durant, I'm going to stick with Steph Curry just because he's been so effective. I know he didn't show up in the playoffs. He was injured a little bit, and I'm not going to take the blame off him just for that, okay? He is responsible for a lot of those NBA Finals games because he didn't show up. But you can't argue with this guy's track record, what he has done, his accomplishments. He's not gotten worse since he won the championship. He's gotten better. He had a season that no one else has ever had in NBA history. He's done something no one else has done. So he's right. He's the number one right now, but just barely. I put Russell Westbrook just so close behind him. And if Russell Westbrook can prove that he can win next season without Durant, I think that he might just be the best point guard in the NBA. I don't know yet. We'll have to see. But for right now, that's my opinion. And I'm not saying I like Steph Curry better. I'm not saying I dislike anyone really. I'm just saying I think that right now I would rather take Steph Curry, honestly, until I can see that Russell Westbrook has that winning edge. I mean, I know that he's gonna compete, but I want to see him win some game next year. And if he does that, well, I mean, I don't really think that I can argue with that. So I'm out. Thanks for watching, you guys. This has been pretty fun, and see you next time on NBA Talk. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.